Hello, this is Mrs. C. Today we'll be looking at the Kindergarten Math, Unit 2, 1 to 5, Lesson 9, Math Project Social Studies, Portfolio Assignment. This is an assignment that you will complete at home and you will upload and submit to your teacher for a grade. Let's see what you're going to be working on today. In the directions, it says, start by collecting some local newspapers or magazines. Look through and identify any pictures of things that are local. Food, trees, flowers, birds, animals. If possible, you can go on a walk outside and observe your surroundings. You can even collect some things that you find and bring them back home. So the word local means in your area. So you're going to be finding things that are in Florida. Only Florida. So I collected a few books. Here's one. It's all about the United States, but I found a state park that's only in Florida. It's called the Everglades National Park. So I did a little bit of reading and I found out there are manatees and even sea turtles. So I knew those were two things that I wanted to include in my portfolio. I also checked out a book from the library that taught me some more about manatees. Remember, you don't have to look through books and magazines. You can go on a walk outside. You could collect things like acorns, leaves, anything that is local to your area. So only in Florida. All right, let's look at those directions again. After you have your items, you're going to make a book. You're going to decide on 5 special things, and you're going to make a book titled Things in Our State, Florida. On each page, you're going to need to include the numbers 1 through 5. So let me show you an example of what I made so far. Here's my book's cover. I wrote the title that I saw in the lesson, Things in Our State, Florida. I also wrote my name, by Mrs. C. Okay, those numbers on the top of each page are very important. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. You need to write these numbers by yourself. Make sure that your parent or caretaker doesn't write them for you. Then you're going to decide on those 5 special objects you want to include. Now, I didn't finish my book, so I would not be getting a good grade if I left it like this. But for an example, I did do the first 2 pages. For number 1, I drew 1 manatee. Now, I actually spelled the number 1 down here too. This was extra. You don't have to do this, but it's wonderful practice if you'd like to. You could also try to spell manatee if you wanted. All right, my next page, I've got my number 2 at the top, and I remembered there were sea turtles from the Everglades National Park. So I included 2 sea turtles. I also spelled the number 2 down here. Again, that was just extra. But I want to make sure the number of pictures matches the number on each page. How many items or animals or objects do we think will go on this page? Says number 3 at the top. So I need 3 pictures on this page. 3 pictures of the same item or object or animal. Same for the next page, except I'll need 4 this time. 4. And on my last page, I will need 5. So if I were you, on my 5 page, I might pick something small and easy to draw, like a flower or a leaf or an acorn, something that's quicker and won't take up so much space. When you're done with your book and you have all of your pages complete, have a parent or caretaker help you. Either staple it together, use tape to stick it together, use yarn to string it together, anything you have at home, so you can turn your math project portfolio into a little book to keep. When you send this to your teacher, make sure she can see all of the pages and make sure you have all of your pictures and numbers complete. I know if you do that, you are going to get an awesome grade. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.